Hello, Josh and Cutter. How are
Hey,
you?
how you doing?
Good, good, good. Congratulations on Cold Wallet arriving in theaters and VOD February 28th. I've already watched this movie, very much enjoyed it. Cutter, let me start with you. You, in addition to directing this, you also co-wrote the script. Am I right? So, how extensive was your crypto knowledge? Meaning, did you come in writing the script with some crypto experience under your belt?
Yeah, a little bit. I'm both sad and proud to admit, but I got very I would say a late adopter. Like I came in and got very interested in the world when the whole GameStop and sort of Dogecoin fiascos were going on, and I just found like the characters both on message boards and Reddit and in documentaries really they're really fascinating. There's like a dark humor and sort of gallows humor to everything that they were doing of sort of sharing their losses and look how I got wrecked. And then also this like real sort of larger socioeconomic like kind of question of like what does this mean? There's so much desperation, there's so much inequality. There's these robber baron types who are here preying on this stuff, but also it's kind of America in a nutshell. It's like the chance to have your dreams and freedom and all this. So it's just as a it's a really interesting world that I was both a little had my my toe dipped into a little, but also as an outside sort of viewer, just kind of appreciated.
Yeah, because I noticed in one of the scenes, I think there is an Easter eggs and GameStop in the background, right? Was that intentional?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, the characters pull up into a mall that's like kind of run down, and it's got a dead AMC theater and a GameStop that's still open. Um, so yeah, that
That
was
was
good.
very
There's a
smart.
few others through the film too.
Josh, one of the things I love about this movie is the dynamics between the all four of you characters. You know, Tony, you, and Raul and Melanie. Talk to me, take me behind the scenes. What's it like shooting this film, collaborating with each other, four of you, especially out in the winter, snowy, cold weather?
Yeah, it was. First of all, it's a dream scenario. Melanie and Tony were both friends of mine from way back, and people I'd worked with before, and I was a huge fan of Raul's. And so, when I actually showed up and just saw their names on the doors, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is amazing! I'm so excited! I didn't even know who was going to be in it." And it was actually a really cool thing because we were all staying together in kind of like the back house of this very old kind of New England hotel. We were staying in the Berkshires in Western Massachusetts. And we all kind of had our own little dorm rooms and then a common area downstairs. So we were all kind of like living together 24/7 in this bitter cold winter. So we're all like huddled around the fireplace together, talking about the day and then going to work and then like seeing each other like at the gym together, trying to get warm in the sauna. Like it was this very like hunkered down kind of feeling. And because the movie is all in this mansion, it felt like we were kind of just like living it, just being together, bitter cold, huddled in blankets and jackets all the time. Which really, we were already close kind of coming in, and then that just really solidified it.
Big fan of yours, Josh, in Saturday Night, Carry On, The Last
Right.
of Us. But your character here in this film, this crypto influencer, if you will, and in this hostage situation going on. I mean, how do you? What's your process of getting into this young man, if you will? He seems frightened all the time.
First of all, thank you for saying he's young. I agree. Yeah, I so rarely get to kind of dip a toe into the big bad kind of enemy, nemesis role, and it's so fun. And especially in this world, Cutter and our screenwriter John Hybe did such a great job crafting this really kind of complicated, kind of villainous, sociopathic guy. And where I started with a lot of it was just doing research about some of the real kind of modern day snake oil salesmen who are kind of these hucksters on the internet, and kind of digging into them a little bit. People like Martin Shkreli, the pharma bro, Elizabeth Holmes, and her whole story, and learning about what drives these people and how they kind of take on this persona of this kind of like badass CEO and like I can make you rich and like, but ultimately they really are just like Cutter was saying, they're robber barons, they're thieves, they're hucksters. They're just come from a long line of fraudsters that have made this country great.
Well, my time is running out, but I gotta ask both of you this final question. A lot of people claim to have gotten rich off of crypto and Bitcoin. A lot of people have lost their savings from the pump and dump rug pull. So, generally, I mean, Josh and Cutter, what's your take on cryptocurrency? Is it legit or is it a scam?
Well, I would say it's kind of both. Like the whole madness and kind of wild west of like all these shit coins or meme coins, that are thousands and thousands of them, like it is a little bit unsustainable and insane. But there's like concepts about blockchain technology that are really interesting and can be valuable for artists, in terms of direct to customer payments and avoiding merchant fees and things like that. So I think there's kind of a small corner of it, maybe the foundation of it, that's very clever and thoughtful moving forward in the future with technology. But then there's such a wild west, and that's what gets all of the kind of shock value and attention, that gives it a bad name. So it's a mixed bag.
I'm looking up. Hold on.
Yeah.
I just heard an interview with this guy who wrote a book called Number Go Up. The book is called Number Go Up, and it's about sort of like what this guy thinks really is the truth of crypto underlying it. And his argument was, what's going on right now with the U.S. government trying to considering creating like a stash, like a Fort Knox gold style stash of crypto. And the truth behind Number Go Up is that it's basically a pyramid scheme, and the biggest buyer would be the US government to prop up the price so that everybody doesn't go like, oh, this is all BS and just sell it because it's nothing and take their chips off the table. And that honestly put the fear of God in me. And I would say my primary feeling about crypto is fear. I am afraid of it. I don't understand it. And it may be totally legit. And I've been kicking myself for years that I didn't, dive in and make a killing off of it. But I'm mostly just scared of it.
Hey, me too. Me too. You're not alone on that. Uh, All right, for my fans at home, go check out Cold Wallet, arriving in theaters and on VOD February 28th. Cutter and Josh, thank you for talking to me and congratulations.
Thank you. It was
Thank
fun.
you.